Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Over the next few minutes, I'll be sharing more about our new ILM accredited People and Culture Business Partnering Programme to help you decide whether it's something you and your colleagues would be interested in. I'm Claire and I'm a HR consultant and coach, and I've been working in the HR industry for the past 20 years. In that time, I've worked in a variety of roles, including senior business partner roles in organisations across a range of industries, including retail, construction, banking and financial services. I established my company, Velbook HR, in 2022, and since then I've focused on leadership development and coaching for individuals, teams and organisations. And I'm really pleased to be partnering with Stephen at Inspirational Coaching Limited on this programme. I initially met Stephen when he invited me to do a podcast earlier this year on authentic leadership. And we got talking about our shared interest in developing a programme to support the development of people partners with a focus on enhancing their leadership credibility and their ability to have a tangible impact on their organisations. And as a result of those conversations, we decided to develop this programme as a result of our shared interest. So Inspirational Cultures Limited is an organisation that focus on cultural transformation. They work with individuals and teams to diagnose and assess needs and desired outcomes to ultimately recommend a range of well-considered programmes, including a combination from their 5 pillars of expertise, which are around facilitation, mediation, leadership and leadership development, coaching and modernising HR policies as well. Now, they're accredited by and partner really closely with the ILM, and as a result, many of their programmes, including this one, benefit from having that accredited status. So what do we know about the landscape and the case for this type of HR professional and leadership development? Well, in my research, I found some really interesting information from a number of sources, including the CIPD, unsurprisingly, and the European Association for People Management, as well as the Office for National Statistics. So let's just have a quick look at what that information tells us. So first of all, employment in the HR sector is projected to grow steadily, and it's moving towards one HR professional for every 75 employees in organisations in the UK. And for me, this demonstrates the importance that organisations are placing on HR expertise and the increase in focus around areas such as attracting and retaining talent, organisational change, equality, diversity and inclusion, health and well-being, and more. And the importance of investing in these areas is so vital, particularly in this ever-changing world. And I think organisations are becoming more and more aware of this. As well as this, the demand for HR qualifications for vacancies has grown by an incredible 115% compared to around 10 years ago, which means that pretty much all HR roles require some kind of relevant qualification. And I suppose that's not surprising. Those of us that have looked in the market recently and over previous years will have noticed that. So it's more important than ever to ensure that you have the necessary qualifications to be able to compete alongside your peers and be able to be considered for vacancies in the marketplace. The information that I found also told me that certified HR professionals earn an average of 17% more than their non-certified peers, which is really a significant difference. And clearly, there's an advantage to your earning potential to have a credible and recognised qualification. As this programme is accredited by the ILM, it's useful to consider what their learners have to say about their approach. And in looking into this, I found that 90% of those on ILM programmes say that one of the biggest advantages is that they're able to apply their learning to their day-to-day job. During this programme, you'll be able to impact your role and your organisation directly by using real-life scenarios to apply your learning. And it also enhances your learning application as well as adding value to your organisation. So going back to what I was saying on the previous slide about competing for HR roles, the CIPD has around 150,000 members, which is a huge number, meaning that all HR professionals vying for roles in the job market will most likely be CIPD members and have associated qualifications. And this is great to see, particularly such a strong professional community building. And the CIPD are certainly at the top of their game. And I personally did my HR qualifications with the CIPD, so I definitely advocate for them. But undertaking our ILM accredited training programme will give you a recognised qualification that's specific to people and culture, but also it's highly credible in a leadership and management space. And doing this alongside CIPD membership and perhaps other CIPD development could really set you apart. And finally, I was surprised to see that only 2% of UK boards have a HR director as an executive board member. And this compares to around 99%, so nearly 100% with CFO or FD, which I think shows us what the opportunity is. And I believe that providing leadership and management skills development for people professionals is really a key part of addressing this. So let me tell you a bit more about the programme itself. So the People and Culture Business Partnering Programme focuses on a number of areas across 6 modules. And this slide outlines some of the benefits and some of the areas of focus. So firstly, understanding the evolving role of HR as a business partner within various and in particular contemporary organisational structures. It's really important to understand that context, either as a new HR business partner or as somebody that's been in the field for a while and looking to elevate to the next level. Developing the skills to build and sustain effective partnerships within your organisation, and that's really key and becoming more important than ever. It's about building long-lasting, trusting relationships and partnerships that aren't just about collaboration and effectiveness, but they're also about healthy conflict so that you can discuss disagreements, discuss concepts, work towards agreeing an outcome, and then commit to deliver results. The programme also talks about aligning HR strategies with overall business objectives so that ultimately you can enhance organisational performance. And that's really significant. And business partners will be really familiar with that as an area of key performance and key focus. And this programme really dives deep into that. As part of this programme, one of the unique selling points, I think, is the focus on developing the skills of coaching and mentoring to support talent development and organisational growth. Now, coaching and mentoring, and coaching in particular, have become more and more of a focus within organisations of recent years, and that's going to continue to grow. And I think organisations are starting to recognise the benefits of coaching and a coaching-led leadership approach. So building those skills into this programme makes it really rounded and enables you to take advantage of that development alongside developing your capability in other areas of your HR profession. And an area that I often hear HR professionals talk about is lacking for them in terms of their capability is around their ability to talk about the data, the commerciality of an organisation, and really demonstrate the value of the initiatives of their function. And these last 2 bullet points really address that and are really interwoven into the programme. So learning how to qualify and communicate the value of HR initiatives, as well as using data analytics to inform HR decisions and drive strategic impact. So the programme really focuses on developing skill sets in that space to enable confidence, which is really important, and then ultimately credibility. So how's the programme structured? So I mentioned before there are 6 modules delivered online, and they're extremely participatory, each with key learning outcomes. Supporting this, there are 3 half-day action learning sets to support to embed the learning, to discuss with your peer learning group the learning that you're experiencing, how you're applying it in real life, and any challenges you might be having. And after each module, you'll apply your learning to relevant work-based tasks or assignments. And this is that piece around really being able to apply the learning to a real-life work-based scenario to support your organisation, but also support your development. And as well as all of this, the programme is supported with coaching throughout. So you'll be supported by one of us or another experienced professional who will work with you and be involved in delivering the programme, providing necessary coaching and support to support your learning and your development throughout the programme. And of course, as I mentioned, you'll work alongside your cohort, share experiences and learning with each other, and support and challenge each other to develop yourselves. You'll also get a programme workbook and access to a learning portal, which will give you access to additional resources to support your learning through the programme. And this is just an overview of the programme in a more visual way to show you the 6 modules broken down and where the action learning sets fall, as well as the portfolios that I've mentioned. That covers the key elements of the People and Culture Business Partnering Programme. I hope that's been useful and perhaps even inspired you to be part of our first programme. We're looking to start our first programme this autumn, and we would love to hear from you. If you have any questions or if you're interested, please do get in touch. You can get in touch either directly with me at claire@valebrookehr.co.uk or at inquiries@inspirationalcultureslimited.com. And there's a number here for you to call us if you prefer. You can also find me or Stephen on LinkedIn, so please do connect with us and become part of our community. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.